Before she became the queen of disco, before the platinum records, sold out arenas, and international fame, Donna Summer was simply LaDonna Adrienne Gaines, a young girl from Boston with a remarkable voice and an even bigger dream. Born on December 31st in 1948 in Boston's Mission Hill neighborhood, LaDonna grew up in a working-class family, deeply rooted in faith. Her first public performance came at the age of 10 when she sang at the Grant AME Church in Roxbury. Music was already becoming an essential part of her life, but as she entered her teenage years, her world expanded beyond gospel. She discovered Motown, theater, and the exciting possibilities of popular music. At Jeremiah E. Burke High School in Dorchester, she sang in a glee club and quickly stood out. At 17, she auditioned for a local band called The Crow and won the lead vocalist position. The group was unusual for the era. Summer was the only Black member among 7 white musicians. The experience broadened her horizons and strengthened her determination to pursue music professionally. In 1967, just months before graduation, she made a bold decision. She left school and moved to New York City with the band, chasing a future that seemed uncertain but impossible to ignore. The band itself never found major success, but Summer's gamble paid off. A year later, she crossed paths with a young actor, Paul Jabera, who introduced her to an opportunity that would change her life. The hit musical Hair was seeking new performers. Summer auditioned, hoping for a leading role. Although she initially landed only as an understudy position, she negotiated for a smaller part that would give her actual stage time. That choice led her to Germany, where she joined a European production of Hair. What seemed like a minor career move became a turning point. Europe embraced her talents. She performed in Vienna, Germany, appearing in productions of Showboat, Porgy and Bess, Godspell, and The Me Nobody Knows. Living abroad exposed her to new cultures, artistic influences, and opportunities that would eventually shape the future of pop music. Along the way, she married Austrian actor Helmut Summer and gave birth to her daughter Mimi. The marriage was brief, but she retained a version of her surname, eventually becoming Donna Summer. As a young single mother navigating life in Europe, she continued performing, recording, and searching for her breakthrough. That breakthrough arrived in Munich. To understand Donna Summer's rise, it helps to understand disco itself. Disco emerged in the early 1970s from New York City's underground dance clubs, particularly those serving Black, Latino, and gay communities. The genre blended soul, funk, rhythm and blues, and orchestral arrangements and Latin influences into music designed for dancing, celebration, and escape. By the middle of the decade, disco had evolved into 2 distinct branches. American disco emphasized funk grooves, powerful bass lines, and rhythm-driven arrangements. European disco, or Eurodisco, leaned heavily into synthesizers, orchestration, and producer-driven innovation. Donna Summer would become the artist who helped bridge these 2 worlds. While working in Munich, she was discovered by producers Pete Bellotte and Giorgio Moroder. Their partnership will become one of the most influential collaborations in modern music history. Their early releases enjoyed moderate success throughout Europe, but everything changed in 1975 with Love to Love You Baby. The song was unlike anything pop music had heard before. Built around hypnotic rhythm and Summer's sensual vocals, it became an international sensation. Reports famously claimed that the extended recording contained more than 20 simulated orgasms. Wild stories circulated that Love to Love You Baby had actually been recorded when her producers slipped into her apartment and simply placed recording devices under her bed while Donna and her partner were in it. Whether exaggerated or not, the song's provocative reputation helped make it one of the most talked about records of the decade. Almost overnight, Donna Summer became a star. Yet fame came with a price. American audiences often viewed her through the narrow lens of the song's sexual image. Dubbed the First Lady of Lust, she was part burlesque, part camp, and to some, part absurd. Her sensual appearance, revealing costumes, and sultry performances led many to dismiss her as a little more than a novelty act. Critics frequently overlooked her amazing vocal talent and artistic ambition. Rumors circulated endlessly, some bizarre and deeply hurtful. Ebony magazine ran a cover story on Summer with the headline, "Donna Summer talks about the rumor that hurts her so deeply." One story had it that Donna Summer was really a man in drag, a lusty female impersonator. Another said she was transsexual. Worse for Summer was the way critics repeatedly dismissed her. She fought hard to branch out and develop. When she appeared in the 1978 film, Thank God It's Friday, the New York Times movie critic wrote, "Miss Summer, whose wigs are as elaborate as Diana Ross's, is competition for the superb Miss Ross in no department other than hair." Of course, simply because she was a black singer, Donna had been considered Diana Ross's rival. Actually, the women were different types with different audiences. Diana Ross eventually sang disco songs, but not out of any great rivalry with Summer. She simply wanted to be in tune with the latest trend in popular music. Summer later admitted that the sexualized image had largely been a marketing device, one that often overshadowed who she truly was. Behind the glamorous facade was a serious artist determined to grow. The turning point came in 1977. Summer released I Feel Love, a song that would alter the course of music history. Produced by Giorgio Moroder, the recording abandoned the lush orchestral sound that defined much of disco and replaced it with an entirely synthesized electronic backing track. The result sounded like the future. Today, many music historians credit I Feel Love as one of the foundational recordings of electronic dance music, influencing genres ranging from techno to house to synth pop and modern EDM. With that release, Donna Summer became more than a disco star. She became a musical innovator. Journalists increasingly refer to her as the Queen of Disco, a title she earned not simply because she sold records, but because she expanded the possibilities of the genre itself. The hits came rapidly. MacArthur Park reached number 1 in 1978. Last Dance, featured in the film Thank God It's Friday, earned her a Grammy Award. Then came Hot Stuff, which blended disco with rock influences and won her another Grammy. Meanwhile, critics who once dismissed disco began changing their tune. New York Times critic John Rockwell observed that Donna Summer had built a real career and was helping to push boundaries of disco music. He later praised her ability to project personality and conviction within a genre many critics had underestimated. By the end of the decade, albums such as Bad Girls and Donna Summer Live and More dominated the charts. Summer had become one of the biggest stars in the world. More importantly, she helped legitimize disco as a serious musical form. As disco reached its commercial peak, backlash began to grow. The most notorious moment came on July 12, 1979, during Disco Demolition Night at Chicago's Combski Park. Thousands gathered to watch disco records blown up between games of a baseball doubleheader. The event descended into chaos, ending in a riot and forcing the cancellation of the second game. Many observers later argued that hostility directed toward disco reflected deeper tensions involving the Black, Latino, and gay communities that had created and embraced the music. That same year, Donna Summer experienced major personal changes. She left Casablanca Records, signed with Geffen Records, and underwent a profound spiritual transformation, becoming a born-again Christian. Her music began reflecting these changes. Albums such as The Wanderer explored rock, pop, R&B, and spiritual themes rather than disco. She worked with legendary producer Quincy Jones and continued experimenting artistically, even as musical tastes shifted during the 1980s. The decade brought both successes and challenges. She Works Hard for the Money became one of her signature songs and a major hit, yet some albums struggled commercially. At the same time, controversy emerged over remarks she allegedly made regarding homosexuality, creating tension with portions of the gay community that had supported her from the beginning. Summer repeatedly denied being homophobic and spent years attempting to repair the relationship. Despite the controversy, many fans continue to celebrate her music and recognize the central role she helped play in a culture that valued freedom, self-expression, and community. Through the 1990s and 2000s, Donna Summer experienced a remarkable resurgence. Anthologies, reissues, live performances, and a new recording introduced her music to a new generation. Songs like Carry On, I Will Go With You, and To Paris With Love prove that she can still dominate dance charts decades after her initial success. Yet her legacy extends far beyond chart positions. Donna Summer transformed disco from a club phenomenon into a global cultural movement. She brought sophistication, emotional gravity, and artistic credibility to a genre many dismissed. Through songs like Love to Love You Baby, I Feel Love, Last Dance, Hot Stuff, and Bad Girls, she continually reinvented herself while helping reinvent pop music. In many ways, she followed the path established by earlier Black female pioneers such as Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith, Josephine Baker, and Ethel Waters, women whose talent, resilience, and charisma shaped American culture. Like them, Donna Summer became more than an entertainer. She became a symbol. She understood the longing for escape, joy, freedom, and transformation. She gave a voice to audiences seeking release from the pressures of everyday life. What began as a young woman from Boston chasing a dream became an international icon whose influence can still be heard every time a dance floor fills and the music starts. When Donna Summer passed away of lung cancer on May 17, 2012, the world lost one of its most influential performers. Donna Summer was one of the most celebrated artists of her generation, earning 5 Grammy Awards from 18 nominations and 3 American Music Awards during her remarkable career. Her Grammy wins reflected her extraordinary versatility as a performer. With awards spanning multiple genres, she won Best Female R&B Vocal Performance for Last Dance in 1979, Best Female Rock Vocal Performance for Hot Stuff in 1980, Best Inspirational Performance for He Is a Rebel in 1984, and Forgive Me in 1985, and Best Dance Recording for Carry On in 1998. Her 3 American Music Awards were all received in 1979 when she was honored as Favorite Disco Female Artist, while her album Live and More won Favorite Disco Album and Last Dance won Favorite Disco Single. Beyond these achievements, Donna Summer's influence on music was recognized with numerous prestigious honors. She was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for her contributions to the recording industry in 1992, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2013, received the Recording Academy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2024, and induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2025. Her success across R&B, rock, gospel, and dance music helped cement her legacy. With indelible glamour and a voice perfectly pitched to define a generation and innovate a genre, Donna Summer wasn't simply the queen of disco. She was one of the most important artists in the history of popular music. Donna Summer, Queen of Disco and Onyx Queen. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.